Well, hello everybody, it's Marcus
and Tricia,
and we are
the Messengers
Ministry. What was that?
We're trying to build up. The Messengers.
Wow, okay, I was not prepared for that. Well, today we have a new teaching for us, for you. Us have a new teaching for you called Not Inferior. Right? So, you know, the last couple of videos we've been doing, we'll be talking about how to accept Jesus into our lives, right? Right. So we want to make it a point for all believers, especially people who are more mature in the faith, to never make a new believer feel inferior. And new believers, they have many new things to learn. But if anyone makes them feel less important or unlearned, what does that do? That means that you are not walking by the example that Jesus put out for us, right? Told us to. So we should never make anyone, believer or non, feel less than we are.
Right.
There are no super Christians. I wanted to have that super shirt. I am not a super Christian. With a line through it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is the same in God's eyes. And He loves us all.
Yes.
So even the ones who will never receive them as their Lord,
He still loves them.
He does. He expects His children to lead others by example, right? So being haughty or proud will never get anyone where they are supposed to be.
No. You can lead others astray, and everything can go wrong when you're trying to do that.
Yep.
And so I'm going to be totally transparent here with you guys. It's a little hard to do.
Are you wearing a green shirt?
No.
Okay. Not that kind of transparent. Okay. Gotcha.
So, recently during a church service, the speaker asked if anyone had a close relationship with God. He asked if we think we're special because we have such a good relationship. Well, I first thought of myself and how close I am to God. And then I realized it was pride welling up in me. And I began to feel like I had been special because I had close personal relationships with God. And that's not at all how it's supposed to be. I realized right away when it was pride, I asked forgiveness from God. And I recognized then that even though I may be closer than some people, I am still really far away than others. So, you know, we're all in different places in our relationship with God. So, I am no more important than you are. I'm no more important than He is, than anyone. And so, I mean, it wasn't like I had been living in this pride that, you know, was so horrible. But I just realized in that instant that it had gotten that little foothold in and made, you know, got into my head. And so, luckily I realized, like, right away that was not how it was supposed to be. But it's those little things that can just get into your mind sometimes. Satan can just whisper, and then just that thought can go over and over.
Yeah.
So
then you start believing it. If you keep thinking on it, right? So don't think on it. That's the easiest thing to say, but it's the hardest thing to do.
Right.
So continuing on, we knew a student who had finished Bible college, and he was just on fire for Jesus. He thought too highly of himself, though. He felt that he was more special than others who didn't go to that type of school. So the first job he had, it was cleaning the tanks of a waste management facility. No, he would scrape the walls with a handheld tool. And he would ask God why he was there, since he had attended Bible school and was now so important. You know what? He became angry with God. And it took him a while, but he finally realized that he was not more special to God than anyone else.
That's right. And that's hard for some people to learn and understand. And I think especially when you go to like a Bible college or something like that, where it's easy for you to think, oh my gosh, you know, I'm close to God. Look at all the things I've done. You know, I've learned all these things. I know all this stuff. But, you know, there can be people who didn't go to Bible college, and they have a closer, maybe, relationship. So it's just kind of up and down. You have to judge yourself by just your relationship with God and not anyone else's relationship with God.
Well, you can't see me.
But seriously, you know, it's just between you and God.
Right. So, continuing on, the Bible warns us that many times that we are not to become prideful. One example is in Proverbs. Don't you love Proverbs?
I do.
Yeah. Proverb for every day of the week. So Proverbs 16:18, it says this: pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
That's right. Jesus is serious. God is serious about this no pride thing. So, like, one of the problems with the Pharisees was their pride. They thought they were more special since they were closer to God. Just kind of like they had been through all the school and all the learning and all these things, so they thought they were closer to God. I must be super important.
I wonder if they ever scraped the waste management walls.
They should have. I would have humbled them.
Yeah.
But in fact, we see that many of them were far from God because they killed Jesus.
Yeah.
So, they think they're so super wonderful, but really, they were far. Their hearts are far from God. And that's really what it's all about, is where your heart is with God. So pride in oneself without self-control can lead to destruction, as we see in the verse that Marcus just talked about.
Right. So it's not wrong to have pride in the good things that you do with a pure heart for others, right? It's only wrong when we do things with just our benefit in mind. And we need to think of others first and ask God what we should do in every situation that we come in contact with.
So seek God and how He can help you find ways to edify others. That's bringing them up. So whether you're a believer or not, it doesn't matter. We should be lifting others up and not tearing them down. So look at yourself through God's eyes. He's the one who will judge your deeds and your actions. He sees our hearts, just like we're saying. He sees the hearts. If you have pride in your heart, He sees that. If you don't, if you have pure heart, He sees that too. So ask Him if you do have any pride in your heart that you need to rid yourself of. He will help you when you come to Him with pure motives. Always help you when you come to Him like that.
That's right.
So we need to be asking Him these kind of questions, every so often, because things change and we can get different places in our lives. And so we need to stop sometimes and really seek Him on where we are and what we need to be doing.
That's right. So, we hope you got something out of this video today. If you've never done it before, we would encourage you to please visit our website. What are you laughing at?
It's just, you always say that, people have never ever gone to our website, and they may never ever have. But we want to invite you to come visit our website.
Yes.
And it's www.themessengersradio.com. That's our main one. That's the one that has everything up there that we've had since the very beginning. And there's so many fun things up there. There's other videos, there's audios. We just encourage you to look around, and there's a contact us button up there. We would love to hear from you. Whatever you have to say, we would love to just hear from you guys. It builds us up when we hear the good things that are happening to you guys.
Right.
So,
go ahead.
The other website we have is www.themessengersministry.com. And we still have all of our audios and some of our videos, but that site is mainly for something else, and Marcus is really good about saying that, so I'm going to let him say it.
Well, alrighty then. The messengersministry.com is more for us to let you know where we're going to be teaching and preaching, and so that you, if you're going to be around that area, you can come visit us or visit where we're going to be. What you do is you go to that Contact Us button on the Messengers Ministry, you fill that out, and what we'll do is just tell us where you're at. If you have a church or a home group or even just a home that you want us to come and talk to your friends or talk to people about, we'll bring the Word of God with us.
That's right.
But what we'll do is we'll pray about it, and if God says go, we're going to go. We're going to come see you no matter where you're at.
That's right.
Unless you're on out of this earth. If you're like an extraterrestrial, we probably won't come.
Probably not. But we'll pray for you.
Yeah, send us a a ship,
message.
a spaceship.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll visit. All right. So right below this video and on our websites are it's like a pirate. Say it again. Our social media links, which includes Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Oh, good grief! There's a lot of them. Discord.
All of them. Yeah.
We even have a new pod page out there, so we got some really neat things that we're working on. So if you hope you guys though are having a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening, however you may be watching us.
That's right.
All right.
And we love you guys so much.
And to answer your question about what in the world would my perfect world be, my perfect world would be where a chicken can cross the road and not have to be asked why he did it. That's not funny. I am so deadpan serious. Chicken rights.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.